Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Rayge, and we are back today with another quick video here in regards to the update, respectively, to the Raid store. So, in case you guys have missed this, huge overhaul to the Raid store. You can see Green Goblin Classic actually getting his abilities now actually being purchasable here, and as well, both Black Cat and Nova's awakened ability materials are now just being able to get purchased actually with the regular normal Raid credit. So I'm glad I kind of banked all this, because it's good to know that Green Goblin's resources likely will transfer over once they decide to kind of roll this over in due time. But more importantly, for those of you that are interested in Dark Dimension 6, Dark Dimension 5, this is a huge overhaul in terms of them adding a significant amount of reward here. Now you can see augmented resources or minis in the origin gear, and as well even actually cementing some really strong placements here for the teal uniques now available. You can see I think there's like 3 rows here. Look how generous this is, right? 5,000 of these credits, and we don't even use for 4 unique pieces. Astronomical, guys. I mean, alien spores is going to be a big one for sure. Miasma, osmium. Oh, actually, is there 4 rows? Wow, this is like crazy. This is going to make it just so much more easier to elevate all those characters to gear tier 16. I also want to talk about real quickly here, guys, the teal gear raid update, because this is a big one where now it's a guaranteed and ensured chance here of actually landing the uniques in the center here, as you can see. And even just like the origin pieces on the left and right pillar, we're just getting a lot of more resources. This is gonna be pushing more folks to the end game, which is exactly where we want to be, especially progressing the game. But it also means that in the future here, there's probably more updates coming to the progression levels and another gear tier level beyond 17. So definitely be mindful. Gear tier 19. So definitely be on the watch for that. But guys, in today's video, I do actually want to open all the Crimson Gear raid orbs here that I have. I'm gonna save some obviously for the Green Goblin Classic abilities, but I do want to spend at least 200,000 on this and see what we're going to be getting from this, because you can see here, this is the big update here. It's an opportunity for my account, especially since I have basically everything to gain right now. Any kind of progression I can make towards Dark Dimension 7. And now we actually get the additional details here of what's located in each of these pillars here. So you can see on the left pillar, we're going to get a chance here of origin gear and catalysts. I believe that's the same for the right side as well. So yeah, nothing crazy. Now the centerpiece is kind of where it's going to matter, right? It's going to give us more opportunities for the uniques, which is pretty big. Unfortunately, the minis are actually left out of this, so this is giving us this is giving us an opportunity here for Crimson Gear, obviously, but the minis are left out of this, so we're not going to be getting that. It means that we will have to get more additional focus here to hone in on those minis, right? But if you guys checked out my last video here on my Dark Dimension 7 update, one of the big pieces I was missing actually in my progression towards Dark Dimension 7 is actually both the catalysts and the origin gear. So this is actually perfect. The minis, we can buy it slowly over time in the store anyways, and they're quite costly. We also have obviously the elevated epic orbs to get more anyway. So we're gonna be doing that, guys. We're gonna be doing that in today's video. Let's do a couple first, and then we're gonna open them in 10s, because I do want to spend at least 200,000 and kind of see where that goes, because again, I don't think I'm gonna be using these elite raid credits beyond just Green Goblin, right? So yeah, as you can see, it looks like there's just a couple of pieces on the left and right, so it's gonna just add up over time. And in landing the catalyst in the center as well is kind of big. I'll open a few more here just to kind of see what the odds are, and then I'm going to start opening them in stacks of 10, and then we're going to review it all together at the very end. So it looks like, yeah, getting more of these big pieces in the center, the origin pieces, they're all going to add up. We just don't have a lot of it, and the good news is they are quite cheap too in the store. 10 pieces for 200k. So obviously that's going to add up over time. But yeah, this is going to be a nice way to elevate now and use those excess elite raid credits that we do have here, and especially the catalyst. I think that's going to be a big one. So opening up 10 is going to cost 48,000. I think that's a pretty good spot where we're at. Let's do that here, and as you can see, just giving you kind of that summary here, and we're going to review it all together at the very end here. So I think I'm going to keep like 50,000 after all this. I'm going to open it up 2 more times. I'm going to keep the 50,000 there, just so that way I am going to be saving a bit for Green Goblin when his awakened abilities do come up. But you can see, yeah, unfortunately not really generous here for the unique side, but The good news is that we are very well on track anyways with the majority of the uniques, especially focusing them on the gold source. So I still think that's a good way to attack it. So there you guys have it. This is 200,000 elite raid credits used. Now let's take a look at kind of the overall here. So we got 34 of the focus, 44 of the health. Those are big. 66 cal, so not as much as I obviously want, but it would have been nice to get a little bit more there. Origin gear is kind of the big piece, right? And as you can see, out of opening up the 200,000 elite raids, we are only able to just get a few pieces here and there of, again, the unique pieces. You can see nothing really crazy here. It's really, yeah, honestly, all the uniques, we only got one of each so far, and then some of them we didn't even get, right? Like, for example, osmium. So there you guys have it. That is 200,000 of the elite credits saved up, or relatively, give or take. Hopefully you guys can get some good insight on, you know, whether or not you want to be using this resource for that. I'm going to be saving a bit, like I said, for Green Goblin and going through his awakened materials, but I just think it's a great way to use a resource now that we're not really using so much in the game. If you guys are interested in my Dark Dimension 7 update though, and how I'm identifying that bottleneck, I'll link that below. But yeah, that at least gives us now another opportunity to get more Crimson gear in the game, inching us closer and closer to that huge monumental stage in the Dark Dimension 7 pathway for Mephisto. Hopefully you guys have a great rest of the day. Let me know anything in comments below. Hopefully you guys are also enjoying the new raid updates. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.